Welcome to another evening here at the Plymouth Coliseum, a Tuesday evening. My name is Gareth Bemister and I am welcoming you here to this National Development League clash this evening. The Plymouth Centurions will be welcoming the Oxford Chargers this evening to the Coliseum. It's been a mixed bag of fortunes really for the Centurions so far. We've had a win up here in the rain against the Bellevue Colts, and we've seen a couple of losses as well. It's been a patchy start. Tonight is a guest fest. There's guests all over the place. One guest that we are very excited about, as we always are here at the Coliseum, is Alfie BOWTELL. He will be at the top of the team sheet for the Plymouth Centurions, and no doubt he'll be banging in the points and doing what he can for the Centurions this evening. The Oxford Chargers come looking very, very strong indeed. They currently lie fourth in the National Development League, and they've got strength right through the team and lots of riders to look out for. Again, a couple of guests as well. As you can see behind me, the weather is absolutely blazing here down in the southwest. We are hoping that the dust will be kept under control. As always, the team are working brilliantly to make sure that this meeting is absolutely tip-top. The crowd has started to come in. We are glad that you have joined us here on Gladiators TV. So without further ado, let's go down to the pits where Dan has caught up with some of the riders.
So in the pits here now, we've got with me Rhys NAYLOR, and Rhys has said not all heroes wear capes. We came at the last minute. How are you looking forward to tonight?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's been 11 years off. As I said, it's going to be a bit late. We'll blame Mattie for that, but I'm thankful for the opportunity, so let's see what happens tonight.
Plymouth currently mid-table, a couple of wins, a couple of defeats on the road. Okay, expectations for tonight?
Hopefully the team do well. As for myself, I'll put a bit of pressure on myself, but first meeting back after so long, get some points on the board, hopefully help the team out and see what the future holds from this point.
I see that. You had practice last week, and then obviously 11 years out of the sport, but excited to get back into it?
Yeah, definitely. The practice went really well, and that's why we're now standing here. Just see what happens tonight, and moving forward, who knows what's going to happen, so let's see.
All the best, mate. Well, good luck tonight. We'll see you soon.
Thank you very much.
Okay, venture back onto the centre green now. We've got this Nathan Ablitt. Nathan, your fourth visit here to Plymouth. You've had a track walk. What do you think of the track so far?
Yeah, I think they're still doing a bit of work on it, to be fair. I think there's a few spots that they're sorting out, but you know, I think it'll be good by the time the meeting comes, and yeah, looking forward to getting racing. Guest
appearance again tonight for the Chargers. You got the phone call from Peter Schroeck, the team manager. Looking forward to that guest appearance tonight?
Yeah, for sure. You know, any meetings are good. You know, the more meetings the better, really. So when I got the message from Pete, I was more than happy to accept it, and yeah, hopefully help them tonight to hopefully get a win.
They're currently standing fourth in the league ahead of Bellevue, obviously your other club, Bellevue. So to get one over on the Chargers tonight would be a good one, yeah. Yeah,
well, obviously at Bellevue we had a run of away fixtures. A few of ours were called off, so I think we made a few changes at Bellevue now, and a change with Jake coming in. So I think we've got a real strong team. So a run of home fixtures, and I think we'll move up that league.
And have the team named Oxford back in the league. Must be happy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, for sure. And in the championship, I've been there for Paul earlier in the year, and it's great what they've done there, and to have another team coming back rather than going, I think it's good for the sport, and got great facilities there, great track, and as you said, really good to have them back.
Wish you the best night, David. Thanks for tonight.
Cheers, thank you.
So let's have a look at tonight's team lineups. For the Plymouth Centurions, coming in at guest number 1 once again, Alfie BOWTELL. A very interesting number 2 this evening, Rhys NAYLOR a guest once again. Number 3 will be Ben Trigger. Ben Phillips will be guesting at number 4. The captain Richard Andrews will be at number 5. Down at reserve at number 6 will be Eli MEADOWS and Connor King at number 7. The team manager for the Centurions, Mattie Bates. And the Oxford Chargers this evening, Jordan Jenkins, the captain at number 1. They will be operating the rider replacement at number 2 this evening. Sam Hagon will be at number 3. Number 4 this evening for the Chargers will be Jacob Clouting. Nathan Ablitt comes in as guest for number 5. Number 6 will be Arran BUTCHER, and Luke Killeen will be number 7. The team manager for the Oxford Chargers is Peter Schroeck. So here is the rider lineup, and Jordan Jenkins at the top for the Oxford Chargers. There's no rider, there's a rider replacement, but Sam Hagon there. Now that's a rider I am fascinated to see. Jacob Clouting at number 4 for the Chargers this evening. And here's a rider who we have seen here this season already, Nathan Ablitt, of course, and expecting big things from him. He's been going well in a couple of leagues. A rider there I'm very familiar with, Arran BUTCHER, this year's British Masters qualifier champion. Luke Killeen, the Aussie that we're looking forward to seeing from Western Australia. So over to our Centurions. Alfie BOWTELL comes in at number 1, of course. Guest rides for the Kent Royals in this league. Rhys NAYLOR. Now, when I was told that Rhys NAYLOR was riding this evening, it's a name from a long time ago, so it would be really interesting to see how quickly Rhys can come on terms with things.
I think it was 11 years he's raced there. This last match he raced competitively, and only had a practice session last week. Unbelievable,
really. More on that later. Ben Phillips there comes in once again. He's had a few guest appearances now. We missed Ben Trigger, of course, another big hitter for this Centurions team. Richard Andrews, the captain. Eli MEADOWS, and another rider that's young and up and coming, and then Connor King down at number 7. But yeah, coming back to Rhys NAYLOR, Dan, it's 11 years since he rode a Speedway machine, and he's only had a practice last week, so I would imagine the nerves are jangling a little bit. But here is the official lineup for this heat number 1, and in gate 1 on the inside in yellow is Jacob Clouting, and Rhys NAYLOR there. That's an old picture, that one, isn't it? He's at gate 2 in blue. Gate 3 will be Jordan Jenkins in white, and off the outside Alfie BOWTELL in red. That's good to know that Jordan Jenkins knows where that green light is, and that green light will be coming on very, very shortly for this heat number 1. Plymouth Centurions versus the Oxford Chargers here. They are lined up and they are ready to go. Who is going to show first?
Stand by for action, folks. Here we go.
So moving on the inside. Clouting moved on the inside, but the referee has let it go, and it's very slippery. And we've got riders in the fence and all sorts of drama. It was very, very slick on the inside, and Alfie BOWTELL, I think, completely underestimated just how slippery it was on the inside as he hit that first turn. So we will have all 4 once again. Heat 1 off the inside once again will be Jacob Clouting, who will need to stay still this time. In yellow. In blue, Rhys NAYLOR. That won't have helped the nerves at all, I don't think. In white is Jordan Jenkins in gate 3, and off the outside once again Alfie BOWTELL in red. So the second time of asking heat number 1. Let's see if we can get past the first corner this time.
Well, I hope so, and I hope they can all stay on the bikes as well this time.
Yeah, the starter's getting them in line now, and Clouting is the last to come into line on the inside. So here we go with heat number 1. Let's see what comes about this second time of asking. Away they go. Alfie BOWTELL has made a good start off the outside. He's hit that wet patch again. Once again, Alfie BOWTELL has come off, as it is the rider in white, Jordan Jenkins, who leads.
Race has stopped. That looked very awkward for Alfie there. He let go of the handlebar as he went down as well.
Yeah, he had his hand off the handlebar almost before he got off the bike. He was ready to fall, and here we've got a replay for it here. We can see that Alfie's just hit that wet patch there and gone completely round and hit the air fence. So, but heat 1 once again, the third time of asking this time, the second rerun. Once again, Jacob Clouting is there on the inside in yellow, and Rhys NAYLOR off of gate 2 in blue, who probably surprised himself with that gate he made, the truth be told.
That was pretty good, actually, I must admit.
Jordan Jenkins, gate 3 in white, and off the outside once again Alfie BOWTELL in red, who now has really got to think about things here, because that will have knocked his confidence for sure.
We can get a first turn, maybe a heat advantage for the Centurions here, but here we go, heat 1, take 3.
Here we go then. Tapes up, away we go. Once again, BOWTELL's made a good start, a much better start this time, and this time he hits that inside. Rhys NAYLOR is in amongst it, but it's Jordan Jenkins that has gone after Alfie BOWTELL. Alfie BOWTELL really did make a much better start that time, and he now leads heat 1.
Yeah, he was very cautious going to that first corner. You can see he's going wider a little bit, but like I said, a great ride there from Rhys NAYLOR in third place on a 4-2 for the Centurions at the moment, but the dust is starting to fly, so there's going to be some track work, I'm guaranteeing it. But Alfie BOWTELL now looking ever so smooth now out in front. Jenkins right behind me. You can see the difference between BOWTELL and Jenkins over NAYLOR and Clouting. National League versus Champions League, but here we go, Alfie looking good in front.
Yeah, slightly different calibre here, but it will sort itself out as the meeting goes on. But Alfie BOWTELL, very impressive on that third asking of the corner. He really did weigh things up nicely. He made such a good start. He was able to get over the front of Jordan Jenkins that time, and he does take a win here in heat number 1 ahead of Jordan Jenkins, and that will mean something here, because that is a 4-2 to the Centurions. A very good start to the meeting for them. And impressive to see Rhys NAYLOR picking up a point immediately here. So if there was any ring rust, it's certainly not showing there. But the Heat 1 result, it was a win for Alfie BOWTELL in red. 3 points to him, 2 points to Jordan Jenkins in white, 1 point to Rhys NAYLOR in blue, and no score for Jacob Clouting in yellow. 52.03 was Alfie's winning time. 4-2 to the Centurions. A very nice start for the home team.
Yeah, great start for the home team. That's the one thing we wanted. Like I said, Heat 2 coming up now, and this is the one I'm sort of looking forward to seeing. I see the replay to start there. NAYLOR made it over Clouting superbly there. BOWTELL managed to hang on. He went a little bit wide on that second corner there, but managed to hold on.
Gate number 1, Eli MEADOWS off the inside in red. Arran BUTCHER off of gate 2 in white. Connor King off of gate 3 in blue, and off the outside, the man that we are talking about, Luke Killeen in yellow. He will be off the outside here.
We've got a former rider in Arran BUTCHER, because obviously Arran BUTCHER was supposed to be riding here a couple seasons ago for the old Gladiators, but let's see what Heat number 2 sums up for us.
Yeah, here we go, Heat number 2. They are all in line and ready to go. Tapes go up, away they go. And Butcher's made a flyer off of gate 2, and it is Arran BUTCHER that leads into the turn. Luke Killeen immediately sets off after him. Killeen's gone right round the outside, and he goes up the inside of Butcher too. And this is very exciting from the young Australian.
Now that is what I call making your appearance. Look at this young kid go. It is sensational. He's leaving. Look, he's on the back wheel as well, nearly losing control. Calm it down, Luke. Calm it down, mate. That's sensational. Made the start from the outside. He went past his own team, but he was standing still. This is superb for him. He's pulling away. It's a 5-1 to the Chargers. The Centurions have no answers. King's been left at the back. Meadows is half a straight behind. But look at Luke Killeen go.
Well, you talked about it before, and Luke Killeen, he is absolutely impressive in this one. Barged his own teammate about the way to get past him. But this is a great ride by the young Australian. Very impressive in his opening ride. Luke Killeen takes the win, and he is backed up by Arran BUTCHER in that second place, which means it's a 5-1 to the visitors. No answer to them from Connor King or from Eli MEADOWS, but a very impressive looking ride from Luke Killeen. Well, I'm glad he didn't let us down, Dan, because we did talk about him a lot at the beginning, but here is the official Heat 2 result. It was a win in yellow for Luke Killeen. 3 points to him, 2 points to Arran BUTCHER in white, 1 point to Connor King in blue, and no score to Eli MEADOWS in red. 53.28 was the winning time. 5-1 to the Chargers, which means it's now 7-5 to the visitors.
Wow, he made that start. He actually missed his replay, but here's the replay again. Watch Luke Killeen now here. So he's out to start. He doesn't make a decent start. Butcher's there out, but Killeen just hangs it high, wide, and handsome, and says, "See you later, mate. I'm off for a win." Then just goes steam past his team partner. I mean, that was insane. I thought, uh-oh, here we go, carnage.
Yeah, I'm sure he would claim that he was filling the gap on the inside left by Arran BUTCHER there, but
comes out here. Look, oh, you go on the wheel. It's like, oh man, that was sensational. Fair play to Luke Killeen. That was absolutely superb. Well done, young man.
Here we go, and off the inside it is the aforementioned Sam Hagon. He will be in white this time. Ben Phillips off of the gate 2 in blue. Gate 3 in yellow will be for his second appearance, Jacob Clouting. And off the outside is Ben Trigger in red. And Ben Trigger this time coming off the outside, I fancy a little bit here. He's been going very well.
So he's just swapped around with Connor and Adam at sometimes, and also calls Eli. But say Ben, he was here last week for Edinburgh making his championship debut. Scored a point, and it was important for that meeting. The Monarchs got that point to take up to Armidale, as I said last week. But a bit of different kettle of fish now here with Ben Trigger on the outside as a Heat leader. Let's go racing.
Here we go with Heat number 3 then. Tapes go up, away they go. Ben Phillips lifts off of gate 2, but it is Hagon that makes a great start, and Ben Trigger is chasing after him. Trigger goes up the inside, but it is Sam Hagon who leads. Ben Trigger is in that second place though, and crucially Ben Phillips has found himself in third, although he drifts wide. It's close to the front and close to the back at the moment.
2 races in one right here, Gareth. You've got Hagon and Trigger, and and very close on the third and fourth there between Phillips and Clouting, as Phillips just holds on there. But meanwhile, Hagon's gone wide. Through comes Trigger, has he? The answer is yes, he has. Ben Trigger comes through. Hagon went one on that third and fourth turn. Trigger said, "Thank you very much." And that's some of that, and he's on the inside. And actually, Clouting's got past Ben Phillips as well. So 2 changes in one race.
Yeah, great race here between all 4 of these riders. Ben Trigger getting up the inside of Sam Hagon when Hagon made a mistake, and Ben Phillips at the back made a mistake and allowed Jacob Clouting through. So changes right the way through this race, but it is going to be a 3-all because Ben Trigger has taken this Heat 3 by the scruff of the neck. He takes the win. Sam Hagon finishes second, and third place is Jacob Clouting. So we went from a 3-all to a 3-all. It changed as the race went on. A brilliant bit of speedway racing. And Ben Trigger, he had a heat leader's job to do, and exactly what he did. He went out and won the heat. So Ben Trigger picking up the applause of the crowd. Impressed to see Sam Hagen gating so well, but Ben Trigger there, absolutely flawless behind him, waited for the mistake, and then slid his way past into the lead as they all come back into the pits. But here is the Heat 3 result then. Ben Trigger in red, 3 points to him, 2 points to Sam Hagen in white, 1 point to Jacob Clouting in yellow. No score for Ben Phillips in blue. 54.75 was the winning time. Honours evened with 3-all, which means it's 8-10. And here is off the inside then. Gate 1 is Luke Killeen. Gate 2 is Connor King in blue. Nathan Ablitt off of Gate 3 in white. And Richard Andrews off of the outside in red. So, as you said, a tough looking contest here. Richard Andrews has got a job to do here off the outside. This conveyor belt of Australian superstars just seems to continue, but we'll see how he gets on here off the inside in yellow. But Richard Andrews certainly no slouch around here, and as you've mentioned, Nathan Ablitt should be doing the winning, but away we go, and it is the 2 Oxford Chargers that hit the front. They really have not seen which way they go here. It is Luke Killeen, followed by Nathan Ablitt, and Richard Andrews goes high into the dirt and almost hits the fence. But it is Luke Killeen once again.
Well, the Chargers just left the Centurions for dead there. Andrews is all over the place. He's high, wide and handsome, but getting nowhere. These Chargers, especially Luke Killeen, his debut season here in the National League, and look at him go. I'm sure in a few years' time that championship teams will have this guy's signature. Will it be the Chargers? Will it be the Cheetahs? He could stay at Oxford and go into the championship for him. But meanwhile, Ablitt there goes out of shape with 1 lap to go. Andrews there, but he's given up almost.
Yeah, this is very impressive, but at the back you can see that the Plymouth Centurions are struggling. But this lad, Luke Killeen, very impressive once again. 2 from 2, he goes a little bit sideways coming out the turn, but he does take his second win of the evening. And this is looking very impressive from the Australian. He's looking very good this evening. And he's backed up once again by his teammates. So that's another 5-1 for the Oxford Chargers. And we knew that they were a very strong looking team. And they certainly had a lead by the time they got to the first corner there with such great gating from both of them. So the Heat 4 result is on your screens. It is a win in yellow for Luke Killeen, 3 points to him. Nathan Ablitt in white, 2 points to him, 1 point to Richard Andrews in red. No score for Connor King in blue. 5-1 to the Chargers once again. And that brings us on to 15-9. So we've got a 6-point gap all of a sudden opening up here. So here is the lineup for heat number 5. Off the inside in gate 1 is Ben Trigger. Sam Hagen is the rider replacement this time. He comes in gate 2 in yellow. Ben Phillips will be gate 3 in blue. Off the outside is Jordan Jenkins in gate 4. So Jordan Jenkins, obviously a quality rider. Sam Hagen has led for a little bit as well, but Ben Trigger got the better of him. He'll need to get the better of him again here, or the Chargers will charge away with this fixture.
Very well said there, Gareth. Very well said there, mate. Yeah, definitely it's a case of having to make the starts, because the last race they did not make the start, but hopefully they're very close in between. Look at how close they are on the inside.
Yeah, elbows ready in heat number 5. Away they go, and it is off of white Jordan Jenkins that streaks into an early lead, and he is followed by his teammate here. So it is Jordan Jenkins and Sam Hagen that are once again in a 5-1 position here. And Ben Trigger at the moment has got no answer to them.
Well, as expected there from the Chargers, Jordan Jenkins are getting over that first heat defeat against Alfie BOWTELL. But again, the Chargers are just gating and the Centurions are not. It's going to be a cricket score by this rate, but Jordan Jenkins there powering away out in front, using his championship skill and experience. In the meantime, though, Trigger is closing the gap on Sam Hagen. Will it be enough to get him there? But I don't think it was, as Phillips said, goes towards the air fence on turns 2. But Jenkins looking good up front, but about for second.
Don't count out Ben Trigger here, because he is building up a lot of speed. He'll be looking for Sam Hagen to make a mistake, and Sam Hagen has got to have eyes in the back of his head here, because Ben Trigger is all over the back of him as they go into the latter stage of this race. Jenkins wins. Sam Hagen does hold on to that second place, and it's Ben Trigger with the third. So another 5-1 here to the Chargers, and that opens up a 10-point lead now between these two teams. And this is looking concerning for the Centurions. Not a good start at all as we go and look towards Heat 6, but these two riders, quality riders in the form of Sam Hagen and Jordan Jenkins, and they fully deserve the 5-1 there. So Jordan Jenkins 3 points to him in white, 2 points to Sam Hagen in yellow. Ben Trigger, 1 point for him in red. No score for Ben Phillips in blue. 52.18 was the winning time. And that brings us to 2010 in this fixture after 5 races.
Ben, first ride, pretty good with the 3 points, but second ride just not getting at the start.
First, well, heat 3, I think. Yeah, heat 3. I didn't make the best of starts. Obviously, I was with Hagen, and then kind of learning track, just kept him honest, and then he ended up making a mistake, so I was right with him. So nipped up the inside, and then hit whatever the last one was, heat 5, I think it was. Me and Hagen were locking arms at the start, and then as the green light came on, he kind of nudged me over, so it unsettled me for the start, so I missed it. But then I was trying to see if I could find any way through, but the track's changing so much, and there's a few holes in going into 3 and 4, so just trying to avoid them and try find a nice line. But obviously, just adapting to the track now, getting some setups changed, and hopefully we'll have a better ride in Heat 9.
I was going to say the first he took 3 attempts to run without falling down 3 times. But again, how are you finding it on that first corner?
Yeah, the first corner's not bad. It's just if you can make your start and you can get it out in front, you can pick your own lines. But you know, when you're stuck behind a rider and you're so close to them, and you obviously you're finding your own lines to try and not hit them, but also trying to find a way past without taking them out and being excluded. So yeah, just making a few setups. So hopefully I can get out the starts better, and then I'll have more speed as the race continues.
Well, there you go, mate. We'll see you in Heat 9, all right?
Cheers.
Here we go, the man of the moment, Mr. Luke Killeen. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm buzzing at the moment, yeah.
2 rides, 2 wins on your first trip to here. What do you think about it? This obviously smaller than your Pinjar Park track, isn't it? Or, yeah.
No, we've got one that's smaller and one that's bigger, so it's quite a mix of the both, but yeah, feeling confident, yeah.
You're going on the back straight on one wheel on that second. What happened there?
Oh, I didn't expect a bit of drive. I went a little bit too wide coming out of 2, and I think I rolled off just a tad too much, and it just, picked up on me.
You've had a bit of a delay to start your career. Visa problems, not again. Have you got them all now? And excited to race here in the UK?
Yeah, I'm stoked. I've been waiting for it since I was about 5 years old, so yeah, it's great.
For those that don't know, obviously, just give a little bit of a background. Obviously, racing at Pinjar Park, and obviously, what was the program over there going?
Yeah, sorry, what was
the program over there? Like the how it all works over there with the all the events that take place.
Yeah, there's only about 12 over the season, so there's not that many, and it's all spaced out over the 6 months. So it's quite delayed between each meeting, and you can't really get into a flow and progress.
Well, I had you down as the man to watch tonight, and those 2 wins, mate. You've made me a happy chap.
Thank you.
No worries, mate. All the best, mate.
Cheers, thank you.
But here is heat number 6, and off the inside this time we'll have Nathan Ablitt in gate 1. Gate 2 will be Alfie BOWTELL in red. Gate 3 in yellow will be Arran BUTCHER. And off the outside is Rhys NAYLOR in blue. And Arran BUTCHER made an absolute flyer in his opening ride.
He did, yeah. He had both legs off the foot pegs. And blockbuster with BOWTELL and Ablitt in heat number 6 here. But again, battle of the 2 comparison in speed. Here we go, heat number 6.
Here we go then with heat number 6. Tapes up, BOWTELL and Ablitt make a good start. And we've got a fall in front of us. Rhys NAYLOR has fallen, but at the front it is now Alfie BOWTELL who leads. Red flags have come out.
Reds are on.
Nathan Ablitt, he did try and push Alfie BOWTELL over in that first turn, but Rhys NAYLOR has fallen. So you can see here that he is hard on him on that first turn. In the background you can see
a bit of contact there between Arran and Rhys there. So
heat 6 ReRun is on your screens, and off of the inside in gate 1 in the white helmet colour is Nathan Ablitt. Gate 2 will be Alfie BOWTELL in red, and Arran BUTCHER in gate 3 in yellow, and of course nobody off the outside here with Rhys NAYLOR excluded.
As they come into line now, getting ready for heat number 6.
Yeah, BOWTELL naturally taking a bit of time here to get himself settled. The start marshal is ready. He walks away, tapes go up, away they go. It is Alfie BOWTELL once again who makes a great start into the turn. It is Alfie BOWTELL who leads then. Nathan Ablitt in that second, and BUTCHER is out in third. So if Alfie BOWTELL can hold on to this, that will be a 3-all, but he's gone very wide here, and Ablitt is not far away.
He's got to ride cautious now because he's going wide. The track is still a bit patchy in places, but he's pulling away from Nathan Ablitt. He's just got to settle him down, take a look behind him, see how far he's behind, and then just settle the race. But you know Alfie, he'll just go full chat, 110%, and he'll go for it like he's doing now. Alfie pulling away there from Nathan Ablitt. It'll be a share of the spoils if Alfie can hold on, and looks like he's doing so.
Yeah, doing the job here, Alfie BOWTELL. He had to go out and do this really to minimise the damage, to keep this 10-point gap and stop it from extending anymore, but a really spread out affair here. Alfie BOWTELL has got a long way ahead of Nathan Ablitt here, who is in turn a long way ahead of his teammate Arran BUTCHER, so a very straightforward race here in heat number 6. It does make it 13:23 overall now. And this 10-point gap is maintained as the honours are shared in heat number 6. Alfie BOWTELL with a win. And he's pleased with things there as he makes his way back to the pits. A heat 6 result then. It was a win for Alfie BOWTELL in red. 3 points to him. 2 points to Nathan Ablitt in white. 1 point to Arran BUTCHER in yellow. No 4th place finisher, with the exclusion of Rhys NAYLOR. 52.75 was the time. And job done for Alfie BOWTELL. He had to do what he had to do. Went out, made the start and won the race. So here they are then. Off of gate 1 is Richard Andrews in red for the Centurions. Gate 2 in white is Sam Hagon. Gate 3 in blue is Eli MEADOWS, and off the outside is Jacob Clouting. Gate 4 in yellow for his 3rd ride of the evening.
No, 1 point from his 2 rides so far. Had that 3-all in his 2nd ride with Sam Hagon, which one that Ben Trigger won here. But again, let's see what happens here. Andrew's got the favoured inside start. Let's see what happens.
Here we go then with heat number 7 as the start marshal goes away. The tapes go up, away they go, and Sam Hagon has made once again a perfect start. And Jacob Clouting has gone up into the dirt to try and go round Richard Andrews, but Andrews has settled into that 2nd place. Eli MEADOWS is out the back, so Richard Andrews now, he has to cling on to this 2nd place.
Well, Andrews didn't make the start completely on that corner, but which allowed Hagon to get away. But they get a 4-2 advantage for the Chargers here. They'll be happy with that as long as Clouting and Hagon can hold on to this position. And again, look at Sam Hagon go. He's absolutely sensational. Immaculate kit and making this track his own. But again, you've got Andrews there coming on the outside now, gathering some speed up. He's got to be careful on his top 2 turns because he had a habit of falling off. But at the moment, Sam Hagon looking good.
Yeah, Richard Andrews is trying to build up some speed. He's certainly having a go here at Sam Hagon. Sam Hagon is just keeping himself on that inside line. Richard Andrews is building up the speed as he goes into this final turn. He's gone out into the dirt once again. He's going to try and go right round the outside, but there isn't enough room. Sam Hagon doing exactly what he needed to do, staying in on the racing line throughout the race. Very tidy ride from Hagon. He takes a comfortable win there and secures the 4-2 for the visitors, and stretches this lead further for the Oxford Chargers. Richard Andrews, though, a valiant effort there from Andrews. He did have a good go at him, the captain. So heat 7 result then. Sam Hagon in white, 3 points to him. 2 points to Andrews in red. 1 point to Jacob Clouting in yellow. And no score there for Eli MEADOWS in blue. 53.97 is the winning time. And we move to 15.27 now. So off the inside here in blue will be Connor King for the Centurions. Gate 2 is Luke Killeen in yellow. Gate 3, Rhys NAYLOR in red. And off the outside this time, as the rider replacement, is Arran BUTCHER in white. So we have, as Dan said, got the Oxford Chargers reserve pairing here, who did get a 5-1 earlier in heat number 2.
But again, it's all down to reserves. They've got a 5-1 in that 2nd race. Let's see what they can do here. On paper, this looks a stronger race for the Chargers, but here we go.
Yeah, anything can happen on the circuit as tapes up, away they go. BUTCHER once again makes a flyer off the outside, and it is Arran BUTCHER who leads Luke Killeen. So BUTCHER goes out towards the fence, and it is Arran BUTCHER, Luke Killeen for the Oxford Chargers leading. The rider in red is now coming on terms with them, and that is, of course, Connor King. So, Arran BUTCHER and Luke Killeen, what can they do here?
Well, it was like I said, it was damage limitation there. And of course, Killeen looks faster than BUTCHER, but he's and a double. Oh, Connor King's gone down as NAYLOR goes inside out there, and yeah, it's going from bad to worse for these Centurions here. The Chargers are running away with it. BUTCHER and Killeen almost half a straight in front of Rhys NAYLOR with 1 lap to go. Another 5-1 on the cards, but instead of holding on there is Luke Killeen.
He's got speed in abundance, hasn't he, as he's riding all around Arran BUTCHER, but obviously shepherding him home here and enjoying himself immensely. Out the back, Rhys NAYLOR, really no answer to them, but another 5-1 here with a win from Arran BUTCHER. Luke Killeen second. Just the 1 point there for Rhys NAYLOR, and unfortunate for Connor King, who dejected walks back to the pits. Disappointment once again, but the Heat 8 result here. Arran BUTCHER, 3 points to him in white. Good ride from Arran BUTCHER. 2 points to Luke Killeen in yellow. 1 point to Rhys NAYLOR in red. No score for Connor King in blue. 54.37 was the winning time. 5-1 to the Oxford Chargers, which means it's now 32-16. But here we go with Heat 9, and we've got Ben Phillips off the inside in blue, Nathan Ablitt off of gate 2 in white, Ben Trigger off of gate 3 in red, and Arran BUTCHER off the outside in gate 4 in yellow. And BUTCHER, obviously, having done a lot of work on his starts over the years, he's certainly exciting to watch on the grass track coming from behind, but on the speedway he seems to have really nailed the starts this evening, and he'll want to make a good start here because he's got Ben Trigger on the inside of him, and Ben Trigger is very fast and very, very good on that inside. Tapes up, then away they go, and once again these pairing of the Chargers are leading the way. BUTCHER's going round the outside, Nathan Ablitt's up the inside. BUTCHER's gone very wide into that turn, and Ben Trigger is all over the back of him at the moment. Somebody's fallen. Ben Trigger has nearly gone into BUTCHER as well.
Ben Phillips there has had a tumble, and the red lights are on. He went in high side, or slipped off quite heavily there, and just
there was a lot,
win himself there.
There was a lot going on there because I was keeping my eye on Ben Trigger. Arran BUTCHER had gone sideways coming off the turn, and Ben Trigger nearly ran up. He had to take avoiding action to miss him, and then in the background Ben Phillips crashed to the floor. So a lot of drama there. Ben Phillips excluded, so that's not going to help the cause at all. And here's a replay of the accident, and we can see here that that's what I was looking at. I was looking at Ben Trigger. The rerun of Heat 9, and we've got nobody on the inside. Off of gate 2 in white is Nathan Ablitt. Ben Trigger will be off of gate 3 in red, and Arran BUTCHER off the outside, gate 4 in yellow. Never count Ben Trigger out, Dan.
Absolutely not. He's a fighter. If he can make the start, it'll be difficult to catch. But if he's behind, he'll try and do anything, because he's done more laps on this track than BUTCHER and Ablitt. In fact, all these riders in this meeting combined, for that matter. Let's say, here we go, Ben Trigger there on his lonesome. The crowd are getting behind him, that's for sure. Here we go, Heat 9 the rerun. Stand by for action, folks.
Here we go as the start marshal moves away. The tapes go up, away they go. And once again, the pairing of Ablitt and BUTCHER have made a good start. Trigger's tucked up the inside of BUTCHER. He's going to try and give him a hard time for that second place. But Arran BUTCHER has now developed himself in that second place. Once again, the Chargers looking great.
Well, Trigger missed the start there once again, and it's now business as usual for the Chargers. The guest Nathan Ablitt coming in place Nathan Stoneman, again showing what he can do when he's not got the pressure on him as a rider from another team. But look at him go there. He's showing his National League credentials here. BUTCHER there just shepherding him. Trigger's got no answer for the battling pair up in front. It's going to be another 5-1, and well, more pain for the Centurions.
Yeah, not looking good, although Ben Trigger has built up a lot of speed in that third place. He is getting closer to Arran BUTCHER as we get towards the end of this race, but I don't think he's going to have enough to take him. Arran BUTCHER just bouncing over those bumps a little bit going into that turn, but it is another 5-1 to the Chargers, who are in sensational form this evening. They really are taking it to the Centurions and giving them a good hiding, if we're honest. So a great ride there once again from Nathan Ablitt and Arran BUTCHER. Another 5-1, and here is your Heat 9 result. It was a win in white for Nathan Ablitt. Arran BUTCHER in yellow, 2 points for him, 1 point for Ben Trigger. Of course, no fourth place finisher with the exclusion of Ben Phillips. 54.29 was the winning time. And once again, this lead is stretched further here. And the Centurions in all sorts of trouble going into heat number 10. 37-17 is now the score. Rhys NAYLOR this time off the inside in blue, and Jacob Clouting off of gate 2 in yellow. Alfie BOWTELL will be off of gate 3 in red, and Sam Hagon off the outside in white. So Alfie BOWTELL will need to split the Chargers here.
Third generation or second generation third riders in this heat with Clouting and Hagon. A good pairing here. Here we go with heat number 10.
Yes, heat number 10, tapes up, away they go. BOWTELL's made a great start off of gate 3, and he is joined by Rhys NAYLOR. So Rhys NAYLOR has packed into that second place. Going right round the outside is Sam Hagon in that third. He went right up into the dirt, and he's going to try and build up the speed now. Rhys NAYLOR's got to keep himself on that inside line.
Well, I said he made the start. He can be difficult to catch, and look at him go. This is a 5-1 for the Centurions. It's sensational. But at the moment there, NAYLOR is in second place with Hagon battling around in third place. He's going high, white enhancement to the dirt, trying to cut back and get a long straight. Meanwhile, BOWTELL's in the lead and clear off and gone. It's the battle for second that we're worried about between NAYLOR and Hagon, as Hagon goes further onto the back straight into turns 3 and 4. He's going wider and wider, loses a bit of grip. Meanwhile, BOWTELL looking good up front.
Sam Hagon looks quick in that third place, and Rhys NAYLOR's going to have to keep himself on that inside line and have eyes in the back of his head, because Sam Hagon's going wide, he's going tight, he's trying to go round him, he's trying to cut up the inside. BOWTELL wins, but Rhys NAYLOR does a great job to come home second, and unbelievably from nowhere, 5-1 to the Centurions. So a little bit to cheer about for the home crowd, and they certainly do cheer both Rhys NAYLOR and Alfie BOWTELL with a fine 5-1. Heat 10 result then, a win in red for Alfie BOWTELL, 3 points to him, 2 points to Rhys NAYLOR in blue, 1 point to Sam Hagon in white, no score to Jacob Clouting in yellow. 53.38 was Alfie's winning time, and a 5-1 to the Centurions, which means it's 22.38, so a glimmer of hope as we head towards this interval.
How you doing, Jordan?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
So dropped the points so far, but the boys looking good, come fight in front.
Yeah, 100%, you know, the task to come down here and take 4 points home, put us second in the league, you know, so yeah, it's going well at the minute, and as they dropped a point, but not feeling too well at the minute, so yeah, get the job done and we'll go home.
Well, you're dropping 1 point, mate. You're doing well for being ill, aren't you? Imagine like 100%.
Yeah, that's it, you know, I was obviously at Peterborough last night, so late one back, and yeah, 7-hour drive down here today, so far from ideal, but yeah, well, yeah, the boys are doing good, so that's all that matters.
And having someone like Luke Killeen in your team, someone who's been here for the first time in their career and only dropping, well, not even dropping a point to an opponent, he's been unbeaten from 3 rides, and he looks like he's enjoying himself. Yeah,
he's doing real good, you know. I think he's got that real hunger in him, you know. He's had 4 months of waiting around and twiddling his thumbs and fingers, and family have spent a lot of money to get here, you know, so it's far from ideal for him, and fair play to him. He's showing why he should be in the team, and you know, Oxford could have quite easily just said, no, you know what, we're not going to wait around any longer, but fair play, they're stuck by him, and he's showing us why we should have stuck by him, you know, so made us a lot stronger now, so yeah, real looking forward to the rest of the season with the boys. And for yourself, championship run as well, is that going good for you too? Yeah, it is, you know, I've had a few problems, mainly confidence-wise, you know. Bikes are 100%, I've got 2 new bikes over here this year and taken some good bikes out to Poland, so it's going good. It's just all in the starts, you know. If you're making good starts, I can beat anyone, so a lot to work on, but yeah, I'm feeling good at the minute. All 4 leagues in the UK, riding in Poland, and I've just had French League contact me as well to do some guest bookings over there, so it's pretty hectic, but best way. Well, you're still young, mate, and we wish you the best of luck. Get well soon, we'll see you in Heat 13. I'll be like granddad by the end of the year, eh? Cheers.
Cheers, Luke. Cheers, Joe. Well, we fed us, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm honest, mate, with the calibre of riders Oxford have got, they should be winning by more, if I'm honest. But, you know, I'm optimistic. As anyone about the team, I know they're capable of winning races. It's obviously a bit tricky. It's the same for every rider out there today, obviously. But, mate, I'm proud of them. You know, we're depleted, we're injured, we're down, we're hurt. You know, we've got a rider that hasn't raced a meeting in 11 years, and he's just gone out and got a paid win. You know, Ben, it's just like 3rd National League meeting, and it's going to keep going. They got to ride for pride now, you know. But I didn't expect to win, but I expect 100%, and that's what they're given, and that's all I'm asking for.
All the best, mate. We'll see you soon.
Cheers, mate.
But Heat 11 is on the line now, and we've got on Gate 1 Jordan Jenkins in white. Gate 2 is Richard Andrews in red. Luke Killeen comes in to Gate 3 in yellow, and off the outside is Eli MEADOWS in blue. So the track has had a complete overhaul, and my co-commentator has put his coat on, which means the sun must be going down.
It's a bit nippy now. It's a bit nippy. So just a typical Plymouth night. Sun goes down, gets cold. But here we go, heat number 11. Stand by for action, folks. Here we go.
Here we go then with Jordan Jenkins and Luke Killeen, the high-flying pairing for the Chargers. Off of gates 1 and 3 here. And tapes go up, away they go, and it's a good start for Jenkins off the inside. Luke Killeen has joined him in that second. Richard Andrews is going to push, but it is the pairing of Killeen and, of course, as he goes very wide there. I held my breath for a minute as he went very wide, but the 2 Chargers looking good here.
Yeah, he's looking great there, Killeen. He's got this place sewn up. like to a T. And I will say, what a place to start your league campaign here at Plymouth at the Coliseum. And he's absolutely running away with it. Jenkins there looks behind, see it is Killeen. The Centurions got no answer once again. It's going to be another 5-1 for the Chargers. Are going to extend the lead once again. And well, this pairing of Jordan Jenkins, but more or less Luke Killeen, showing at such a young age how good he is.
Yeah, Jenkins and Killeen looking good here for this 5-1. Jordan Jenkins, plenty of style on that machine, but Luke Killeen doing what he needs to do here in second. Richard Andrews is quick in that third place, but he tends to run wide. But it's another 5-1 for the Chargers, so they continue this absolute domination of the home team here. They are completely smashing them to pieces here, and that is Jordan Jenkins and Luke Killeen's 5-1 there. They owned that race. 3 points to Jordan Jenkins in white, 2 points to Luke Killeen in yellow, 1 point to Richard Andrews in red, and no score for Eli MEADOWS in blue, which it's 54.09 was the time. 5-1 to the Chargers, 43-23. And that means, of course, that Jordan Jenkins has only been beaten once this evening, and Luke Killeen has yet to be beaten by an opponent. So off of the inside here in Gate 1, Arran Butcher in yellow. Gate 2 will be Ben Trigger in red. Sam Hagen will be in Gate 3 in white, and off the outside will be Connor King in blue.
You know, what can the boys do? And like I say, with Butcher, a former rider here, he was going to be a rider here, but here we go. Heat number 12, stand by for action, folks.
So here we go with Heat 12, the tapes go up, away they go once again. Butcher off the inside, making a good start. It's Arran Butcher who leads. Ben Trigger's got into that second place. Third place at the moment is the rider in white, Sam Hagen. But Arran Butcher once again electric off the start, and now he's just got to hold Ben Trigger up. I wonder if he'll be able to hold Ben Trigger up and allow Hagen through.
Well, a great start there from Butcher there on the inside, and the Trigger's right around his tail now. It's a 4-2 advantage for the Chargers. Again, it's another heat advantage, which will do them nicely. But again, Butcher leading the way. This is what the Gladiators would have had a couple of seasons ago had not COVID had hit. But meanwhile, Trigger there in second. Hagen's got third tonight with Connor King at the back. So disappointing run there for Connor King at reserve tonight. But Hagen there drifts wide on turn 3 and 4. But at the moment, Butcher looking good.
Butcher looking very good here, and Ben Trigger having no answer to him whatsoever. And Sam Hagen tailed off a little bit in third here. I was expecting him to give a little bit more here, but Arran Butcher in sensational form here at the Coliseum. He takes a win, and another win for Butcher. Ben Trigger finishing second, and it is a 4-2 for the Chargers. And once again, they heap on the misery for the Centurions. Heat 12 result then, it was a win in yellow for Arran Butcher, 3 points to him, 2 points to Ben Trigger in red, 1 point to Sam Hagen in white, no score for Connor King in blue. 54.25 was Butcher's winning time, and that brings our scoreline to 25-47 here. And we have got 3 heats left here. Yeah, we like that, and good to have something for our Plymouth fan here, Dan Winchester, to get excited about, because he's not excited about much more, given the scoreline as they come to the line. Richard Andrews is the last rider to come onto the circuit, but here is the lineup for Heat 13. Alfie BOWTELL off the inside in Gate 1. Jordan Jenkins off of Gate 2 in white. Richard Andrews off of Gate 3 in blue, and Nathan Ablitt off the outside in the yellow helmet colour. So
a clash of the big guns here in Heat 13. So you're looking at damage limitation 3-all here for the Chargers, but they'll want to get that 4. Oh, look at that! That's a great shot there. Look, right on the start line, right close. That's brilliant. Here we go.
Here we go then. Heat 13. Tapes up and away they go, and it's a good start off of Gate 2, but he's just moved sideways and it's allowed BOWTELL up the inside. Now he's coming back at him, Jordan Jenkins. Jordan Jenkins putting BOWTELL under immense pressure for that first place, but BOWTELL leads Jenkins at the moment.
Well, 4-2 at the moment. Watch out for Ablitt on the inside of Andrews. Andrews going high, wide and handsome on those first 2 turns, and he always does. He's gathering so much speed. BOWTELL's clear out and gone, but it's all about Richard Andrews in third place. What can he do at the moment? It's nothing. But meanwhile, BOWTELL there stretching the lead over Jenkins. Andrews there closing and closing and closing ever so slightly. Ablitt there back in fourth place there. A 4-2 for the Centurions with 1 lap to go. What can Andrews do in this last lap?
Richard Andrews is all over the circuit. He's going wide into this turn number 1 and 2, trying to generate some speed, but I'm afraid Jordan Jenkins is getting away from him here. He's got to be careful because Nathan Ablitt isn't too far away in that 4th place. But it is a win for Alfie BOWTELL once again, who is absolutely fantastic here this evening. Jordan Jenkins finishing second, but crucially a 4-2 for the Centurions, so a rare heat lead or heat win there for the Centurions. Heat 13 result then. Alfie BOWTELL in red, 3 points for him. 2 points to Jordan Jenkins in white. 1 point to Richard Andrews in blue. No score for Nathan Ablitt in yellow. 53 seconds exactly. 4-2. And 20... Oh, the scores disappeared as I went to say them then, but I'll look at Dan's maths in a minute. But 29-49 is the score at the moment. So off of gate 1, Jacob Clouting in white. Gate 2, Eli MEADOWS in blue. Luke Killeen off of gate 3 in yellow. And Connor King comes in on the outside in red. And heat number 14, I have to say, Killeen and Clouting looking strong once again here.
This could be games. This could be game, set and match here for the Chargers now. With this race against two reserves that only score 1 point between them. No offence to the youngsters trying, but here we go. Heat 14, penultimate race of the evening. Stand by for action.
Here we go, heat 14, away we go, and Killeen's made a good start off of gate 3, and he is followed by Jacob Clouting up the inside. Connor King's going to go and try right round the outside, but he runs out of space as he exits bend 2. So it is Killeen and Clouting out in front, a 5-1 on the cards once again.
Look at Luke Killeen go. I think he's got this place sewn up. I think he'll be here next season as a guest more likely if he carries on like this. What a fair play. Oh, Clouting's looking out of shape there. Almost clouted the air fence near enough, but look at this. Centurions have no answer for this flying Aussie who had to wait 4 months for his debut, and he's showing what these youngsters can do with 1 lap to go. Killeen, take a bow, my friend.
He is a tidy little rider, that's for sure, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him in heat 15 as well, because he has been sensational here this evening. A very tidy rider as he comes round bend 4 for the final time. It is a win for Luke Killeen. Not beaten all evening by an opponent. That is quite a feat for your debut in the league. Jacob Clouting finishing second there. So it is a 5-1 to the Chargers, and we did fear it might be so. And this lead really is absolutely outstanding for the Chargers. Anyone from Oxford, from the Oxford fans who are joining us here on Gladiators TV, must be absolutely delighted to see their junior team doing so well this evening down here on a circuit that visitors don't like coming to. They are doing brilliantly. So here is the Heat 14 result. Luke Killeen in yellow, 3 points to him, 2 points to Jacob Clouting in white, 1 point to Connor King in red. No score for Eli MEADOWS in blue. 53.34 is the winning time. 5-1 was the score. 54-30 is now the score in this match. So there is the official lineup for Heat 15, and we will see Luke Killeen in white off of gate 1, Alfie BOWTELL in gate 2 in red, Jordan Jenkins off of gate 3 in yellow, and Ben Trigger off the outside, gate 4 in blue. So will Alfie BOWTELL score a 15-point maximum?
So it's Killeen, BOWTELL, Jenkins and Trigger. Stand by for action, folks. Here we go, Heat 15.
Here we go with Heat 15, the tapes go up, away they go, and as they head into the turn, Alfie BOWTELL makes a picture-perfect start. It is BOWTELL who leads, but he has got both the Chargers all over the back of him. Jordan Jenkins is leading the attack, and it is Luke Killeen in that third place who gets a bit untidy in the middle of the turn, but it's BOWTELL leading.
Killeen hit that hole on the third corner there. Got BOWTELL there leading the way with Jenkins in second and Killeen in third. They've got the 3-all sewn up, which will guarantee the victory here this evening for the away team. But BOWTELL, they're going to clench a 15-point maximum for the Centurions. A guest appearance worthwhile of 15 points. But Jenkins there second, Killeen in third, Trigger at the back. With 1 lap to go, it's all plain sailing for Alfie BOWTELL.
Yeah, Alfie BOWTELL turning on the class here, and Jordan Jenkins not having an answer to him, but it is still a 3-all as it stands. BOWTELL just goes a little bit wide coming off that turn, but he's certainly got this one in his back pocket as he comes around the turn. Killeen's gone into the air fence in that third place, just overdoing it a little bit in that third place, and that is a real shame for the Aussie to end his evening in the fence. It does mean it's a 4-2 to the Centurions, and Luke Killeen is pushing home. He's up and about, I can tell you off screen, but Alfie BOWTELL, a great result for him, 15-point maximum. There is Luke Killeen pushing over the line for a 4th place, but no points, of course. And drama in that last corner for Luke Killeen, but Alfie BOWTELL and Ben Trigger bring home a 4-2 for the Centurions. So a little bit of a consolation here in heat number 15. So round they go to take the celebrations of the crowd. So Alfie BOWTELL, 3 points to him in red, 2 points to Jordan Jenkins in yellow. Ben Trigger picks up 1 point there in blue. And no score for Luke Killeen in white. 53.35 is the time. And it's 3-3 Centurions and Chargers. Alfie, I know you've only just been chatting away in infield, but on the live stream we haven't had you. That's some night, isn't it? And once again, you are a bit of a powerhouse in this league.
Absolutely is. Good luck. Thank you. Yeah, no, I enjoyed myself. Yeah, maximum, so can't complain. I tried a different bike this week. Just thought I'd try it. Do you know what I mean? And it was alright. It's a bit hairy at times, but in the first heat, it took me a couple to get comfortable. But me and Liam worked hard all night with the bike, and happy days.
Yeah, I mean, that first heat was a nightmare because it took 3 times to get round it, and it looked like you were trying to get across, but it was just a little bit slick.
Yeah, it caught me out. The first time caught me out, and then the second time had a little nudge, like first corner. I got caught out again. Obviously, it's not ideal, but no, we started bad and finished strong, so happy days.
Yeah, a good finish there, and obviously for yourself, the 15-point max is great, but for the team, I mean, it's been a bit of a devastating loss, really, for the Centurions. I know that Centurions aren't your team, so I don't know how much it affects you, really.
Yeah, well, no, obviously it's my home club and championship, so I'd like to see them win, but I don't know, they've had it hard lately, haven't they, really, with everyone, with Dan and all the boys. Obviously we're missing Adam and everyone, but Rhys done well. He's usually my mechanic, so it's pretty cool getting a 5-1 with him, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, happy days.
Happy days, and next week, of course, back here for the Newcastle Diamonds, a team that have been in all sorts of trouble this season, so you must be relishing the opportunity to pile in some points there.
That's the aim. Every meeting I just try to look at the same and try not to look who I'm racing against, but it's hard when you're against some of the boys not to look over and see who you are, but no, looking forward to it.
Okay, well, thanks, Alfie, for joining us. A brilliant night tonight, and yeah, all the best for the rest of the racing this week.
Yeah, thank you. Busy one.
We've got a great night for you down here. I mean, lots of people find it quite tricky down here, but your team absolutely did you proud.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we knew it's not going to be easy, you know, to come here, but they all really enjoyed their racing, you know, and so tonight I couldn't be any prouder of them. They've done really well.
They certainly did, and obviously Luke Killeen making his bow in the league, and yeah, he's a talent, isn't he?
He certainly is. Yeah, we knew it all the time. You know, I mean, we saw him in practice, and you know, and he's so keen. You know, and he's only very young. And today, you know, he rode a track like that in Australia. You know, so he knows the little tracks. So yeah, he really enjoyed it here tonight. But all of them, you know, they all got stuck in, and they all found something, and it helped us to the end result.
Yeah, a massive result, and obviously Luke Killeen being put in heat 15 as well, a big move from yourself on his debut, and that cost him a maximum, but he would have relished the opportunity, I'm sure.
Yeah, 100%. You know, he deserved it. You know, and the thing is, I figured that, you know, we all know what Alfie can do around here, and the way Luke was riding, I just had a funny feeling that he might sort of take his scalp a little bit, but it backfired on me. But you know, overall, it's been a good meeting. Everybody's come home safe. You know, and you know, it's been a good exercise again for British Speedway. You know, there's some good young talent coming through, and that's what we really have to achieve. You know, because it's very important, because that's the filter into the championship. So yeah, hopefully we've done a good show today.
Yeah, you certainly have, and obviously the Oxford Chargers, part of the Oxford outfit that's come back into Speedway this year, and you being a part of that Oxford team, you must be absolutely delighted with the way that the whole thing with Oxford is being received, being part of it.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, the fans been absolutely great. You know, we get a very good crowd. We've got a very good following. You know, it's you know, we couldn't ask for any more. You know, and with the Chargers and the Cheetahs, you know, sort of thing. These boys, this is the whole idea of having the National League, because these are going to be fed through over the years. You know, so if we pick up a new rider every 2 years out of our own sort of crop, if you like, you know, we're doing a really good job, and that's what we're aiming to do at Oxford.
And it's all working very well. Well, congratulations for tonight, a fantastic night's racing from the Chargers, and all the best for the rest of the season.
Thank you, and it's been a really good show here today, you know, so we really enjoyed it, so thank you very much.
Great stuff. Hopefully you've enjoyed the racing here. It was a bit of a bad night for the Centurions, but there's been some great racing and some stars emerging as well in this National Development League. We will see you next week. Same place, same time, Gladiators TV.